before we play another game, let's have a little talk. Because you see, I've been thinking about a lot of things. And long story short, somebody made the mistake of allowing me to cook. Last week, I made a couple strange tweets. Someone was letting me cook. Okay, guys, be cool. Stay calm. There's like only a 10% chance at best this happens. But I think I may have thought of a way to do Beat League without it being self-destructive cancer on my mental. Now I know what some of you are thinking. I know what some of you are thinking. No, Trin, what are you doing? No, we just got you back. Please, Trin, no, don't do it. It's not worth it. But fear not, motherfucker, because there are several keywords in here, like 10% chance at best, I think, I may, but the key word here is this: way to do Beat League without it being self-destructive cancer on my mental. That is the key, because none of us want a repeat of the misery that happened before. Now, just to be clear, right now, I'm just talking, okay? I'm just talking. What does this mean? How does a Beat League, theoretically speaking, how does Beat League look if it's not going to be self-destructive cancer? Well, a couple things that people need to understand up front. Because obviously if I did the exact same thing, then the same result is going to happen. And none of us want that. And so if I were to do Beat League again, there are going to have to be several changes. Number one, and this is probably the biggest change that you guys will notice. But number one is that my friends will not be a part of it at all. Okay? Just me. I would stream it, but my friends are not going to be a part of it at all. And this isn't me being a party pooper. This isn't me like thinking like, oh, I can't win with them, or none of that. All right? None of that. Let me tell you a little story. A couple years ago, this is even before Arcane, when I was done with League of Legends for good, when I thought I was done with League of Legends for good and I would never play it again, there was one time I was with my friends, we're reminiscing, we're just kind of like, probably eating dinner, we're just kind of thinking on the past and shit, and the topic of Beat League came up. And what was basically said was, even if I were to come back to League of Legends, which at the time was impossible, and even if I were to bring back Beat League, which at the time was even more impossible, my friends told me they don't want to be a part of it. Because as much as it was miserable for me, obviously, in many ways, it was almost as miserable for them as well. Except the difference is they weren't getting paid. My friends have said multiple times in the past couple years, the past 2 years that we've been playing League again, multiple times my friends have said, man, this game is so much more fun when we don't have to do Beat League. We don't have to worry about winning every game and all that shit. My friends would not be a part of it at all. That is like absolutely number one. You need to understand that. That is non-negotiable. So it is what it is. All right? Yeah, okay. We started doing Globetrotter, and hey, do you notice how long it's been since the last Globetrotter episode? Exactly. Because guess what happened? We got to a region where it was kind of miserable, and we didn't have like any good champion choices that my friends enjoyed or whatever, and it was trash. And the topic of Globetrotter hasn't come up since. So, anyway, long story short, my friends will not be a part of it. I would stream it though. So it won't just be me, it'll be us. No friends, just me, just streaming. Okay? Number two, this is more on my side. I'm gonna treat it more like a job than a passion. So vids probably won't be as edited unless I have a really good, and I should have added here, a really good and realistic idea. What that basically means is, I mentioned it a little bit later down in this thread. But I'm not gonna be trying to make every single video a banger, because that's what I was trying to do in the past. And this is really the biggest thing that that burned me out. It wasn't the games. It wasn't the challenge. That's the easy part. Okay, like just playing a video game is not enough of an issue, not enough of a burden to like induce any kind of suffering. But stressing myself out, thinking that every single video has to be the best fucking video ever, that was absolutely very stress-inducing and the leading cause of me burning out. So if I were to bring it back, if I were to bring it back, I'm not gonna be doing that kind of thing this time around. To be honest, I do not have as anywhere near the kind of passion that I used to have for League of Legends. So I don't plan on like trying to make every single video a godlike, like, you know, Back into the Abyss, Annie style video. If I have the opportunity to make those kinds of videos, then I absolutely would. Because honestly, those are my favorite videos to make. Okay? I'm not trying to say that I'm like not gonna ever do anything fun. Like, no, don't think of it like No More Macho Man. That shit I love doing, but I'm only going to do it if the opportunity, if it makes sense. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be as, you know, as intense on my end. I will be trying to get this out, as I say down below, you know, spend about a week at most editing. Unless, again, I have a really good idea that makes sense and it's not going to take too long. But that kind of thing comes up very few and far between. So, you know, it is what it is. Number 3, I'd almost certainly have to do a sub goal or Patreon goal or something, because I'm turbo broke and I'm not spending rent money on skins. So my expenses need to be taken care of before I can buy any skins. This is more of a long-term thing though. Okay? So obviously, if I'm doing this, I'm doing it for money. So if it's not making me money and if it's costing me money, then I'm not gonna do it. That doesn't make any sense. And I mentioned it on the community tab on YouTube, but I'm not even 100% sure if I can continue doing content creation or if I even want to continue doing content creation. I would like to. I guess I shouldn't say I don't know if I want to, because I would like to, but I'm not sure if I can, because I need to start making more money yesterday. Obviously, I can't like spend too much. Now, again, this is a long-term thing. So like up front, at the beginning, if I were to do something like this again, then I would take on the cost up front. But obviously, long-term, you know, numbers would have to go up for this to be anything that I consider doing long-term. Logically speaking, let's say I stream 4 or 5 times a week, give or take. If 2 or 3 of those streams are Beat League streams, and I play about 3 to 4 games per stream, which is the average for my League streams anyway. We've been streaming for like, what, 2 hours, and we've played 3 games. So, right, those could have easily been Beat League games. I can probably beat a champion in like 2 to 3 weeks on average, because if I remember correctly, the average Beat League episode was somewhere in the 12 to 15 range, right? So like 12 to 15 games. Obviously, there are some outliers that take like 20, 22, 27 games. Yes, they're all funny, haha. But like, for the most part, they're not that bad. So if I just keep that up, like 8 to 10 games per week, I can beat a champion in about 2 to 3 weeks. And then I spend a week at most editing and you get an episode a month, give or take. That doesn't sound that bad, right? And this gives me more than enough time to do all of my other shit that I want to do. So it's not like it consumes my whole life again. And that's something that I really want to stress as well. I do not have any intention of this becoming some kind of like big thing where it's like this is all I do. League of Legends is my entire life again. I'm not doing that again. All right? If I do this again, it's going to be done in moderation. All right? It has to be done in moderation. I cannot allow this shit to become any kind of massive fucking stupid all-consuming thing where I'm not allowed to play any other games. I'm not allowed to make any other content. That is not happening ever again. All right? It's just not. That is, I can't. And I didn't mention it here, but I think it's also in my best interest to tweak some of the rules. Obviously, the rules will be largely the same. You know, just win a game with every skin, right? That's the whole concept of the series. But there would be a couple notable differences. All right? The first being that when I beat a champion, I never have to go back to them. This was one of my big mistakes with the OG series, is that originally I was intending to beat every single fucking skin forever, right? So this wasn't a big deal at first, because at first, you know, a new skin would come out, and then it would just kind of, I would just be able to tack on that skin at the end of a full episode. But then as the series went on, obviously, you know, that shit started to take up entire episodes, and people were still, you know, banging their fists on the table. Where's Heimerdinger? Where's Heimerdinger? I'm sorry, I have all these fucking skins to beat before I can get to Heimerdinger, bro. You know, and it's an entire champion's worth of skins. I'm not doing that shit again. So if I were to do, if I were to do this again, I wouldn't go back to champions that I've already beaten. I'd just be done. I'd beat them and then, all right, cool, we're done. I'm also just gonna go ahead and say, when it comes to, where is it? When it comes to these skins, go fuck yourself. All right, Riot, go fuck yourself. You, go fuck yourself. I'm not, no, fuck off. All right, this shit is hard to get. I'm not doing this gotcha shit to try and get all of these skins. No, no. All right. How would Elementalist Lux work? One skin. Fuck off. Let's just keep it simple. All right. Let's not do any stupid bullshit like having to play 100 games of Lux in a row. All right. Let's just not. It's one skin. All right. So what I would do, I will tell you exactly how this would go. I draw a champion. Let's say I draw everybody's favorite Annie. I just type in her name, and then, okay, I don't own these skins. You just buy these skins. Boom. However many skins I got, that's what I do. All right? That's all I do. Okay? Let's say I draw Vel'Koz next. I type in Vel'Koz. How do I... Okay, cool. Because... What the fuck? Oh my god. But you get my drift. I just type into the basic ass shop, and then whatever skins I have, I just go down the list, and then I beat them, and then that's it. I never have to come back to them ever again. They're just done for good. No. Trin is not going to beat League of Legends. Trin is just talking right now. Trin is just talking. Trin ain't beating nothing. If I brought it back, I'm just talking hypotheticals here, okay? I'm just talking hypotheticals here. Because as it stands, chat, I cannot commit to anything long term, okay? As I have said, I don't know if I am going to even be able to continue creating content. So as it stands, as of right now, right this very second, I don't know what my expenses are going to be, okay? And that's the key thing. Because there's a very, very real possibility, likelihood even, that I'm gonna have to go and get another job at some point, which is fine, right? I'm not trying to bitch or anything, but like, I'm just telling you, that's my situation. I'm very likely gonna have to go and get another job unless this suddenly really starts popping off like yesterday. No, do not throw money. I don't necessarily need a burst of income. I need sustained income, okay? I don't know if I'm going to need to get another job, and I don't even know if I'm going to try and get a job that is going to allow me to continue doing this on the side. I think I will. I'd like to. It really depends on what numbers I see for the next month or so. But I'm considering all of my options, including walking away from content creation. Hopefully it doesn't come to that. K-Moth, thank you for that Prime. Hopefully it doesn't come to that. But anyway, that's the situation. So I would not be able to commit to anything long term. However, all of that being said, I cannot commit to anything long term. But what I can commit to is just the next month, a test run. Say it with me, chat. A test run. Do you know what a test run is? It means I am just going to be testing the waters, because there's only so much that I can think about something and think about how people are going to react, how the numbers are going to look. At some point, I just have to take the chance. I've thought about this, believe it or not, I've actually thought about this for a couple years now. And I've always been unsure about it, precisely because I knew that if I were ever to bring back Beat League, it's not going to be the same. And I really want to make sure you guys understand that. You have to get that in, like, through your head right now. If this were to come back on a regular basis, it is not going to be the same. Okay? This is going to be different. But again, there's only so much I can glean by just thinking about it. At some point, you gotta just take the chance, take the dive, and see how it works, right? I want to see how this works out. I want to see the numbers. I want to see the the views, comments, likes. Are people even interested in this shit anymore? I want to see, like, are people interested in the current iteration of Beat League? If it were to come back on a regular basis, I will commit to one episode throughout January. Whatever champion comes out, I will spin this wheel, and whatever champion that gets me is the champion that I will be playing for the next month. And by the end of the month, hopefully, there will be a video. I will commit to those streams. I will commit to beating this one single champion and then making the video. Okay? And you'll notice that there's a lot of names here, and that's because, chat, everyone is here. Annie is here. Twitch is here. Yasuo is here. Master Yi is here. Everybody's here, chat. We're starting over from the beginning. Everything from the past is in the past. We are starting over again. Like I said, this is going to be very different. Because it's going to be so different, we're starting all over again, chat. We're starting all over again, chat. Alright, look, I've done my part to try and mitigate the mind breakery in this shit. But I gotta have at least a little bit of craziness. Just a little bit. Alright? So everyone is here, chat. Everybody is here. Ideally, I would want to see the numbers across about 3 to 4 months. Okay? Ideally. So, like, if I can keep making content in February and beyond, I'd like to do at least a couple more episodes to see if I enjoy it. Am I getting miserable already? Do I hate it? Do I regret it? What are the views like? Does the audience enjoy it? Do the streams do well? Do the videos do well? I just want to see how everything performs. And only when I see that, I think you can only really get a good amount of data over a couple months. But again, I can't really commit to anything beyond just 1 month for right this second. So for now, 1 episode. And yes, I will be uploading other games on YouTube. Again, I mentioned it earlier, but if you are just coming in, if I were to do this, if I were to do this, I would still continue to do all of my other stuff. Oh, and that's another thing. I should point out that another thing that I'm going to be doing is taking breaks, bro. I'm just, like, if I'm burnt out, if I draw, like, Lux and it takes me fucking 50 games or some shit, bro, I'm taking however long I want off or something. I'm just give me a week, give me a 2 weeks, a month, whatever. I'm gonna just say, hey, fuck off. I'm just taking a break. It'll come back, but I'm taking a break. Even if I didn't need to, you know, you better believe, like, when Dragon's Dogma 2 comes out, I don't care where I am. I don't care what I'm doing. I don't care what champion I'm on. I'm done. For at least a week, I'm just playing Dragon's Dogma. Alright? So if there's a game that comes out that I really want to play, then that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pause Beat League, and I would just play whatever it is I want to play. With all of that said, oh god. I hovered over that. Oh god, I hovered over that, and it's just, oh god. Let's give it a nice little shuffle. All right, chat. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Spin. Give me a good champion. Give me some good. Give me some good. Give me some good. Give me some good. Oh no. Okay, you know what? Hey, fine. I'll take it. I'll take it. Alistar. Alright. Woo! Bro, that shit was one. Can you see that? Can you see how close that was to Cassiopeia? Can you see how close that was to Cassiopeia? Alistar again. You know what? I'll take it. How many skins does he have? Let me see. So 14 skins. Jesus Christ, that's a lot. I mentioned in this tweet, you know, 4 or 5 streams a week, 2 or 3 of those are Beat League streams. But I think what I'm gonna try and do, at least next week, and probably moving forward, because right now I'm still raiding, and that takes up a lot of time, obviously. And I also don't want all of my streams to only be Beat League, because that's just, you know, that's gonna be monotonous, and it kind of defeats the purpose. So what I'll do, I will actually do double streams, okay? So what I'm thinking, add rerolls. I mean, I don't really see the point. Clean sweeps allow 1 reroll. You know what? Okay, that sounds good. That sounds good, because that won't happen very often. All right, clean sweeps allow rerolls. I'll take it. What was I saying? Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll start it next week. So here's what I'll do. Right, my usual stream days are Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Okay. So what I'll do, for at least the foreseeable future, is I will stream twice on those days. So at about this time, at starting 2 p.m. Central Time, I will start streaming with League. Okay. So I'll do. So I think that puts it at January 2nd. January 2nd is when I'll start this. January 2nd, I'll start this, and I'll do Tuesday, Thursday, and maybe Saturday, I guess. I would have preferred not to do Saturday, but this champion has a lot of fucking skins, so I'll probably have to do Saturday as well if I want to actually get it done in a month. So we'll try starting with that and see how I like it. So what I'll do, I'll start at 2. I'll go for a couple hours. I'll play until about 5 or 6, which is usually how long my streams last, and then I will stop the stream. I'll eat dinner, I'll relax, and then later that night, when it's time for raid, I will stream again for raid. And of course, if raid gets cancelled or whatever, and of course, when we eventually clear top or give up, whichever comes first, I can just stream whatever else I'm streaming that night. So I think that probably sounds like the best schedule. That way I'm not like streaming every day, and I'm also not only streaming this game. Okay, chat. Trade-off. Actually, I'll just let you decide. If you guys don't want to see Alistar and you'd rather I start with a different champion, I can do that. Because this could very well just be the one single episode. So if you'd like to see a different champion, then I can re-roll, and we can see what happens. Roll 3, pick 1? Okay, wait. Are you saying roll 3, pick 1 for just the re-rolls, or just for everything? So okay, so just for the trial, you're saying? Okay, for just the trial. Okay, then I guess what we'll do, Alistar is number 1, so we'll do 2 more rolls. Bro, it's all champions that I've already beaten. Holy shit. Okay, here's what I'll do, chat. I think what I'll actually do, I'll roll 3, and then I'll make it a poll, and I'll let you guys decide. Fuck it. Hands off for me. I ain't making no decisions, alright? So if you want to see me suffer, then feel free to pick Victor. Or whoever this is. But surely it'll be a good champion, right? Alright, chat. We got some spicy options now. I don't want to do the roll 3, pick 1 moving forward. I want it to be... There is something special about the chaos. You know, just getting a random champion. I don't want to lose that. I'm fine with it for this test run. Because this is a one-time thing. And it makes sense that you might want to start off strong. But I think long-term, I definitely want to retain the randomness. I don't know. I guess maybe if there's enough people that want that, then we can make this a regular thing. But I still feel like I worry that chat will just pick all the fun champions at first if I keep getting those champions, and then I'm gonna get towards the tail end of the series, which would granted take a couple years at that point, and then I'm gonna have nothing but shitty champions that I don't want to play. So I think I'd rather just leave it as pure random. That's another thing, chat. I just want to clarify that Beat League, I've never given a shit about actually completing the challenge, to be clear, because the entire purpose of Beat League was to create just consistent content. That was the purpose, nothing more. It doesn't really matter. Okay, it's literally just a stage to, you know, for all the content. But I know that there were some people that like they were, well, you're never gonna beat League at this rate, and I'm like, yeah, even if I were to win a game with every skin, guess what? 2 weeks would pass and they'd release like 10 more skins, and that's another episode. That was by design. It was purely meant to just be a non-stop content machine, which honestly, as I'm sure many of you are aware, looking at how long it's been since my last video, is something that I desperately need. And that's one of the main motivators for me bringing this back at all, is, you know what? This can just be something that I can just do on the side. That way, it's like, I got something coming out at least on a semi-regular basis that people can look forward to. That's something that I think I've been really lacking for the past couple of years. So, if I can bring this back in a way that's healthy and sustainable, most importantly, sustainable, then that would just be great. So, as we see, it looks like the first champion is, in fact, going to be Rengar. So we will be beating Rengar this month. This champion would probably be fun. Oh, he doesn't have much. Oh, shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow, that is not bad at all. Okay, you know what? That's probably a much better test run champion. To be fair. Thank you, chat. Thank you for not immediately griefing me. Probably a much better test run champion. We'll start with Rengar, and as I mentioned, I will start this next week. So next Tuesday will be the first episode. I will start at 2 p.m. Central Time, and I will stream a couple games. And then, of course, later that day, I will do my second stream, which will be either Raid or something else if Raid gets cancelled. And then I'll do the same thing again on Thursday. I might do the same thing again on Saturday. To be honest, I would prefer if I only have to do like Tuesday and Thursday, and then I can let my Saturday just be a half day in terms of streaming. But we'll see. Rengar doesn't have that many skins, so if I'm doing pretty well, then I'll probably just do the Tuesday and Thursday. But some champions might require me to do 3 full days. I don't know. We'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. This is all a test run. We're just seeing how it goes, how it works. Is this something even worth trying to do in the long run? All right? If you're watching on YouTube, then make sure if you are even remotely interested in this being not just an if, but a long-term thing, then you absolutely gotta make sure you like the video, you comment, do all the algorithm shit, make all the sacrifices to the algorithm gods, because I'm gonna need everything I can get. Hopefully it works out. If you want my true thoughts, I do genuinely hope that this works out. Not just, so I can keep creating content, but because, Beat League was something that I always really enjoyed, despite the bad times. I loved the idea of the series, and I was always disappointed that it blew up in the way that it did. So, if I can bring it back in any way, even if it's in a nerfed state, Shades Fortuna, thank you for that sub. Even if it's in a nerfed state, I think that I'd be cool with that.